Donald Trump and his team released a video that encapsulates what a historic week for a president it has been. Let me just say, this guy right here is a character. You gotta check this out.
The Secretary General of NATO, a very important man, called President Trump daddy, and he was referring to, of course, the fight between Iran and Israel and daddy's home. You're my daddy. This led to Marco Rubio howling with laughter. It happened live on air. President Trump was asked about it, and Trump said, you know what? Hey, he said it very lovingly. He said it very affectionately, is an exact quote from President Trump. Daddy, you're my daddy, the president said with a smile. Alongside Trump was a usually stoic Marco Rubio. He couldn't control his laughter. You know that, of course, the administration is not going to miss an opportunity to meme the hell out of this. And ladies and gentlemen, they did not miss that opportunity. We were proud to announce the White House celebrates Trump's NATO return with Daddy's Home video. Oh, and it is a banger. Without further ado,
I just want to get your attention. Hey, girl. I really want to be all up in your head. Yeah. Is it you say daddy's home for me? I know you've been waiting for this loving all day. You know your daddy's home and it's time to say, yeah. So you ain't got to give my love away. So let me say, hey, daddy. So say, hey, daddy. I ain't gotta do a lot of flexing. Shawty, you already know what it is. Yeah. So let me say, hey, daddy. Call me daddy, babe. You gotta know me till I had it. So let me say, hey.
This White House is on another level, man. The footage featured a slew of images from Trump's trip to The Hague for NATO summit, where Root, this is, of course, the Secretary General of NATO, this man right here, called President Trump daddy. Secretary General Mark Root calling President Trump daddy now is a viral video. It says here that it has been seen 2.5 million times. That is incorrect. This is the original post, and it's been seen nearly 14 million times, 95,000 likes, 18,000 saves, 28,000 reposts.
Isn't it crazy how much has changed in the past 10 years? When we had President Obama as president, he was the most formal of all presidents. He was always acting posh and polite when the people were watching, but behind the cameras, he was screwing over the American people on a day-to-day basis. Whereas Donald Trump, he acts the same whether he's on camera, he's not on camera. The man's just a New York businessman. He knows how to get stuff done. He just wants to cut through all the political correctness and the BS because that's fake. He's 100% true and authentic to himself. I mean, could you imagine any other president releasing a video like this? What does it tell you that leaders of foreign nations call President Trump daddy? They know America's the big boss, America's in charge, especially under Donald Trump. They do not want to cross their daddy, which is America, because they know punishments will ensue.
We are living in a simulation. We are living in the greatest timeline. Absolutely epic. This video is missing Melania and a 78 Trans Am, but I'm still here for it. Oh my, oh. The Dawn Daddy. This is the funniest White House ever. Song of the summer. This is amazing. OMG. Bwahaha. We can call it a little trolling. We do a little trolling. Amazing. Truly. Welcome home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and read the description here. Famously, affectionate commentary because President Trump said that Israel and Iran don't know what the F they're doing. That's what the pretext of the whole daddy commentary is. Asked about the moment, Trump compared the two nations to kids in a schoolyard fighting like hell, but they were easy to pull apart. Root laughed and he responded, daddy has sometimes to use strong language to get it stopped. The NATO chief later sought to clarify the remarks, telling reporters that he only used the word daddy to describe how some allies view the United States. Not Trump specifically. Give me a break. Oh, it's just the greatest freaking timeline. And they weren't done yet, ladies and gentlemen. The White House just absolutely scoring internet W's.
So you ain't got to give my love away. So when my lady say, hey, 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 daddy, hey, so when my lady say, hey.
Thing of beauty, ladies and gentlemen. This post is doing 2.5 million views, 6,000 reposts, and 34,000 likes. It's just perfect. Oh my God, the White House is on next level trolling. Epic. Ah, yes. Daddy's home is much larger than a trend. We are reestablishing global U.S. supremacy. I love to hear it. What President Trump has done is almost single-handedly bring back the United States as a global superpower. The U.S. is essentially telling the world we carry weight again. Trump administration social media team remains undefeated with the Daddy Home video chronicling the president's NATO summit. White House just released Daddy's Home music video featuring President Trump at the NATO summit. 47's media team is absolutely legendary, and Daddy's Home, that is the trap album of the summer for sure. Daddy's Home, White House released this for Donald Trump. White House releases an ad, Daddy's Home, on another level entirely. Cannot stop laughing. Liberals can't stand this. This is easily the song of the summer. White boy summer officially started. What a great day. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the media manager for the White House, Kaylin Dorr, who, right here, who's the genius behind so much of this content. Yeah.
Honestly, it's all fun and jokes. Donald Trump knows how to take advantage of a situation, and that foreign leader essentially gave Donald Trump pocket aces. The United States is a respected nation once again. Nobody was calling Joe Biden daddy, even though they were in the exact same position. They were both commander-in-chief of the United States of America, but you notice Joe Biden was the laughingstock of the world because all the cameras were on him, yet when all the cameras are on Donald Trump, they know he means business, and if you do not fall in line, you will face harsh repercussions. Donald Trump is not here to make friends with other countries. He's here to put America and Americans first. I was born in 1997, and I'll tell you one thing for sure. In my lifetime, there's never been a president who cared so much for the everyday, common, working class Americans. This man is putting America back on the world stage where we rightfully belong, which is the wealthiest, strongest, and most powerful nation.
Is out, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. I get your official daddy shirt right now. Okay. Yeah, the memes, perfect. Yeah, the Don Daddy. Yeah, there you go. That's okay. Yeah, maybe you just pop that in the store. I effing just love this timeline. This is epic. Is this for real? Yes, it is for real. White House account is insane for this. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. This is the best social media post of all time, ladies and gentlemen. What a moment to be alive and witnessing all of this. Here is President Trump responding to getting asked about this live. This is what caused Marco Rubio to howl with laughter.
Hello.
Deborah Haynes from Sky News. Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No? He did it very affectionately. Daddy, you're my daddy.
Do you regard your NATO allies, though, as kind of like children, and they're obviously listening to you and they're spending more, and you're obviously appreciative of that, but do you hope that actually they're going to be able to defend themselves, defend Europe on their own?
I think they need help a little bit at the beginning, and I think they'll be able to, and I think they're going to remember this day. And this was a big day for NATO. You know, this was a very big day. They took it. One of the gentlemen said, you know what? We've been trying to raise the rate for 30 years, he said, 20 years, from almost the beginning. And he's been there for a long time. He said, until you came along, it never happened. What you did is amazing. It's been sort of an amazing day for a lot of reasons, but also for that. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think they can do it without you, though, in the future? Can they do it without
Well, ask Mark.
States?
I mean, you have to ask Mark, okay? So we're heading back. I want to thank these two gentlemen behind me. They're incredible people. both of them. They've done a fantastic job. And Susie's in the front, and she's done great. And Monica, thank you very much. It was quite an exciting time. And we're going to be heading back. We'll be back soon, and we'll see you in Washington, D.C.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just a sight to see. America is finally being respected again on the world stage. So many global partnerships would cease to exist if it were not for the U.S. backing, if it were not for the United States giving funding. All over the globe, this world that we're living in would be drastically different, but it's about time that other countries pay their fair share. Why is the United States responsible for protecting the peace all throughout the world and nobody else is doing a damn thing? Donald Trump's had enough. If you want the U.S. to be your ally, you have to do what's right. It's time that you buck up, because we have our own problems and it doesn't make any sense. Why are we giving them the shirts off our own back and they're not even grateful? They were slapping tariffs on us, yet we were the country that had all the power, and we just let this happen? Donald Trump's a negotiator. If you want to deal with the United States market, you need to change your ways. You need to adapt to us. It's about time that Americans are going to be treated number one from now on. And that's what I love so much. That's what the Make America Great Again movement is all about. It's putting America first. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. What do you think of Donald Trump's trolling? Do you love it? Do you think it's great? Or do you think he should try and act more presidential? I freaking love it. But let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear that. And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and wish you guys nothing but the best. Until next time.